been so excited about today. We have so much stuff. Oh my God. I was up last night till about 10 o'clock packing bags and pouches and boxes and getting stuff ready to ship. And we had a busy day yesterday getting everything ready for today. So we do have a couple of things I got to cover before I forget, because if I don't write this stuff down, it's gone. Renee knows this. A couple of things I wanted to mention. I got a lovely email the other day. There was a card in it. I kind of been having this sort of sinusy cold thing, and my voice keeps cracking and breaking. Although I feel okay, I'm just, perhaps not completely 100%. And I got a sweet electronic card from Karen Wilson. Karen, I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to say thank you. It made my day. I was feeling a little rough around the edges, and that just perked me right up. So I wanted you to know how much I appreciate that. So thank you very much. I've got a circle of friends that are just simply incredible, and couldn't do a lot of this without their help. So I wanted to take a couple of minutes to say thank you to three ladies in particular. To Deb. Deb, Sandy, and Sheila, you girls are three of my best friends in this industry. I absolutely love and adore all three of you, and I couldn't do this without your help, and you have been incredibly supportive in the last couple of years with all of these lives, and I wanted you to know how much I appreciate it. So thank you. I love all three of you, and you're amazing, and you have no idea how much I appreciate you. And we also have two special ladies that I have to give my thanks to. They don't, other than their love of painting, they don't really have an investment in supporting this, other than the pure joy that they get out of painting. And they are, they're no fail. These two women are incredible. They share posts. They hit the like button. They have joined my membership group. They support each other. They support other painters within the group, other painters on Facebook, other painters in every organization that they seem to put their fingers into. They're incredibly supportive, and I think that has to be recognized. So I have 2 boxes going out this week, 2 boxes full of goodies. Going out to Linda Safranco and Jessica Killeran. Ladies, can't tell you how much I appreciate all that you've done for Renee and I, for the group, for the YouTube channel, and for my Facebook pages. Your support has been incredible and greatly appreciated. So watch the mail. You've both got a goodie coming to you. And I'm leaking already. Jeez. Sorry, guys.
She made herself cry.
I made myself cry. It's just, I'm a suck. Sorry. But we can't do all of this without some support from a lot of people, and that's what today is all about. We packed up over 30. I want to say 35 goodie bags, envelopes, pouches, boxes. 35.
That's a lot.
And that's not all of it. There's more.
I think I have the camera set up.
There's a huge box full of goodies that's going out, and all of that is from the other companies and suppliers and manufacturers that have thrown their support behind this too. So I got to quickly do this. To DecoArt, they've been incredible with their support of this for the last 18 months, 2 years. Dynasty Brush, absolutely, bar none, one of the best support teams ever. They have been incredible. The Brush Guys have been amazing. They provide us with all sorts of discounts and whatnot. They've been awesome. Cupboard Distributing. I got to send a huge thanks out to Chris Hoy and John and her team at Cupboard Distributing. They've been phenomenal. They have provided me with surfaces to play with, and they provided us with surfaces to use as giveaways too, and they have been very generous in that. So I have to say thank you to them. To Country Bear Woodcrafts in Sherbrooke, Quebec, awesome Canadian DecoArt distributor. awesome craft and hobby supplier, great surfaces, great service, phenomenal company. Absolutely love Mario and Ghislaine. They have been incredible. Oh, who else? Viking Woodcrafts and Painting World Magazine. They have been incredibly supportive as well. Awesome surfaces. Magazine is beautiful. Oh, I'm losing track of it all.
You know they put a time limit on people winning Oscars, right?
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's my show. I can do whatever the hell I want.
Fair enough.
I don't have to worry about a network. Well, not that
YouTube.
network. YouTube. Anyway, there's a whole list. Sheila Landry at tollpaintingdesigns.com has been insanely supportive, and her surfaces are fantastic. She has been great in supporting this. Sandy McTeer, from a friendship standpoint, has been crazy supportive. From a business standpoint, I couldn't ask for more. She has just been phenomenal. And paintingwithdeb.com, my bestie Deb, she is phenomenal. She has thrown her support behind me 100%, and her website has too. And of course, along with that comes Stampendous. Stampendous has been amazing with everything that they've sent. And what else? Oh my God, who am I forgetting? I don't want to forget anybody, because then I'll feel bad and I don't want to do that.
It's your party.
It's my party. There. And I can cry if I want to. Oh, goodness. I'm really hoping I haven't forgotten anybody.
We have,
We have what? Oh my God, I almost forgot.
they're right behind you.
They're right behind me. Michael's Crafts. If you look over my shoulder.
No,
No,
they're right.
I'm blocking them. There's a gadget that everybody has been looking for that has been as rare as hen's teeth. And Michael's has sent me. We have 2 of them to give away. So 2 of you are going to go home with those spinner racks. They hold 48 bottles of paint. So we have 2 of those from Michael's. And God forbid I should forget anybody. That would bother me immensely. Who am I forgetting?
I don't know.
I covered Viking.
Yeah.
Country Bear.
Yeah.
Deckward.
Yes.
Dynasty.
Yes.
Sandy Mutier.
Yes.
Painting with Deb.
Yep.
tollpaintingdesigns.com.
Yes, I believe so. Sure, Sheila.
Our 12 stencils, that's the one I forgot.
There
Our
you
12
go.
stencils and Patty Rollinson, huge thank you to you. I have gotten some goodies from them as well, and they've just been fantastic. And creativeartslifestyle.com, also Patty Rollinson's great site. They have donated a few things as well over the past year, so I have to send out my thanks for that. I talked about Brush Guys, and whom else did I? I really don't want to.
Wood?
CD Wood, I covered that. And Viking.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, stockade.ca. Almost forgot our Canadian distributor at Stockade. And a new supplier that we've just landed is Roshco. Roshco, yes. Roshco Innovations is the name of the company. Just got some new surfaces from them. They're phenomenal. So we'll be talking more about them in the near future.
Deco art.
I did cover Deco Art.
Did you?
Deco Art has to be at the top of the page.
Yeah, they kind of do.
So,
You got Renee and yourself.
and I've got, yes, and I have to thank my son too
Hello.
he's put in a tremendous amount of work with us in the last 18 months to a year.
The
So,
last 18 minutes.
and the last 18 minutes have been fun. He had everything loaded into the computer, and then something got his attention and he said, "Oh, this is happening." And he clicked and wiped everything. So he had to start over. So yes, it was rather entertaining.
Yeah, I had everything all nice and pretty, your nice intro, and yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, the air got a little blue. It was bluer than my hair.
Yeah, but the transition's cool.
The transition is cool. You are going to like what he has been playing with for today. So,
Bob.
Bob. We forgot to thank Bob.
Yes.
Thank
You forgot Bob.
I forgot Bob. Bob has been instrumental in keeping us entertained for the last 18 months. So, goodness, Bob, forgive me. So we're going to paint cardinals today. And through the course of the day, Renee is going to start putting names into the spinny wheel thing.
Yes.
And draw names for some of these prizes because there's a lot of them.
That's an understatement.
That's an understatement. There's a lot of them. And we just want to make sure that we're not tying everybody up at the end with, 40 some draws. So we're going to do that throughout the day, which means that he's going to have to get started pretty soon. Otherwise, we're
Hey, let's start with the first one.
Okay.
Ben.
Oh, he got the wheel spinning already. So the first one is going to be from Dynasty, Tracy Moore Design, and Cover Distributing.
Oh, you got them written up.
I
You wrote them down. Look
did,
at you.
see? I was using my hippie noodle.
Kathy Hunder.
Kathy Hunder. Where's my marker? There it is. Where it is. Okay, so Kathy Hunder. Make sure that you go to the little speech bubble on the front page of my website. It's down in the lower right-hand corner. Click on that. Send us a quick email with your shipping information, please. And we will get your prize out to you first thing on Monday.
Yay. Gimme.
Okay. So he's handling them once they're got a name on them. So first things first, we're one down. We're one down. It's going to be a long day, folks. Gonna do
Kathy
another?
with a C.
It's Kathy with the C.
All right, let's get back to the stream here.
All right. So if you guys are ready to get started on our Christmas cardinals, so am I.
Okay, give me a second. This button. It's sweet transition, and there.
You can tell he's been playing with the stuff on his software.
Yeah.
I like it. Sweet transition. That's cute. So the first thing we're going to do is create this background. I know you've seen me do this 100 times. This is that sort of that weathered wood look. I love this. I think that this is such a versatile finish. It works so well with so many different things. It works great with really vintage type designs. It works great with more contemporary designs, farmhouse stuff. It works with a lot of things. So we're going to start with just a simple base coat of black.
Oh, they're wondering where the zombie went. We lost the zombie because of the...
Yeah. We tried to find a zombie with a Christmas hat, but no luck.
It can be done, though. Oops, nope.
So we start with a base coat of lamp black. I've got 2 coats on here. This canvas was actually in pretty nice shape. It wasn't very coarse. It's more like a portrait grade. It's a very fine tooth on it. But you will find that some canvases have a very coarse tooth. And in a case like that, I like to put a couple of coats of chalky gesso down. Like the black chalky gesso is awesome for this. And it will help smooth out the surface a little bit. I do like to see a little of that texture remain, but I don't like it really rough. So we're going to smooth that out. And I'm going to shut the alarm off on my phone, or at least turn it down because it's a little loud. Oh, and Sandy just reminded me of someone I did forget. Southern Ridge Trading. Chipboard.ca. I am sorry, Karen. I apologize, but
there we go. Zombie's back.
Southern Ridge Trading is another supplier, and they were very generous. We have a lot of really cool gifts from them. So thank you, Miss Sandy, for reminding me of that.
You got the zombie back.
Okay, now is everybody happy? They got the zombie. Okay, so to do this background, all you need is a fugly brush. This is my fugly brush, all fancy painted and the whole bit. I love these. I don't know if Sandy still has them in stock or not, but I know the brush guys are out. I had posted earlier in the week that they had gotten a shipment, and it took about 5 minutes and they had nothing left. So if you're looking for those fugly brushes, which the proper name for this brush is it is a Dynasty Encaustic Oval, and it's either the 1 inch or the 3/4 are the ones that I use the most. I like this one because it's got a fairly coarse bristle. I get it wet but not drippy. And I'm going to pick up warm white, and I'm going to pull the color in one direction only. And I'm going to leave those little black streaks and marks that you see in there. I like those where they are. You can create more simply by lifting the brush a little bit, taking some of the pressure off. I like the streakiness of this.
There's a zombie.
And we're creating just a vertical line. We want this to look like dry old barnwood. So I overlap them slightly.
I have to click this button and it's going to cause the transition. Sorry. There you go.
So this is such an easy finish to do, but it works so well with so many things. And if it's too much black, you just simply stripe over it. Just like that. So you can come back in, like I find this is a little too much, so I'm going to pull a little more white in just by dragging that dirty brush across the surface. And it brightens it a little bit. But I like that vertical pattern that it creates.
Could you use a crackle to add more texture?
Oh yes, absolutely. If you wanted to do that, you could do it before or after, either one would work fine. So there I have, okay, I'm really liking that. So I'm gonna rinse out my fugly brush and I'm gonna grab my dryer. I love these, absolutely love these. This Ranger Heat It tool. You might check on Sandy McTeer's website, sandymcteerdesigns.com. She may still have some of these in stock. I absolutely and cannot highly recommend this thing enough. It's nice and quiet and it dries really, really quick. I just love this thing. Perfect. Almost there. So we've got a nice vertical pattern showing up there. I do want this really good and dry for this next step because if it's not, tape's not going to stick to it. So now we want to create a little bit of space between some of these boards. And when I was prepping my piece for today, I just put them on and didn't realize that they were almost perfectly symmetrical, which is kind of boring. So
Facebook is faster than YouTube this morning?
apparently.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna, yeah.
You good?
Yeah, you know, certain things challenge me. Opening the tape container apparently is one of them.
What can we use in place of the scarlet?
In Scarlet, Red Alert, I think would be the best one to use. The nice part about painting a cardinal is that you can use almost any kind of reds. You know, country reds, bright reds, whatnot. I chose some that were a little on the transparent side, that's all.
I'm gonna take these.
So I'm going to lay down a piece of tape. And I'm going to space these by about 1/8 of an inch. I'm just going to leave like a little gap between them, about 1/8 of an inch.
Does the heat tool get really hot, meaning hot enough to emboss?
Yes, it does. It does not, however, blow really hard.
Yeah.
Which is nice. So it does have heat. It does get really good and hot. But it does not blow things around all that much, which I really appreciate. So I'm not, because I have dried glitter onto things that it hasn't blown the glitter around. And I've played with it with embossing powders. It takes a little bit longer, but yeah, it will work.
Newcomer. How long have you been painting? Like today? Or
In general,
in general? In general,
how long have I been at that? All my well, let's see, 46 years.
There you go.
46 years. That's how long I've been doing this. I know it dates myself.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, but whatever. If my hair doesn't do that, nothing will. So you can do this as many as you want. I've got two. I just thought I'd be a little more adventurous on this one. And I'm going to make a narrow one, so it's not quite so symmetrical. I think the symmetry of those lines and the other one are driving me nuts.
Sandy has the 1-inch fugly brush, just ordered it.
Yeah. They're phenomenal. It's such a versatile brush. Great for base coating, great for decoupage, all kinds of fun things you can use that for. Okay, so I've taken that tape. I have about a 1/8 of an inch gap between the tape all the way across. And I'm going to take a little bit of lamp black, which is my base color.
Oh, they're trying to get... You're not old enough to have been painting that long?
Yes, I am, darling. I started my art training quite young. I was 12 years old when my parents sent me for private art lessons. And I have not gone a year without a paintbrush or a pen or a pencil or something in my hand since then. So I have been painting. I started in oils.
Need a prettier zombie for Christmas?
Well, we tried to find one with a little Santa hat, but just looked like the top of his head was missing, so it's kind of gruesome. So I'm just using a stencil brush, and I am not doing my usual, pat the brush type thing. I don't care if this bleeds. I just want them relatively straight because they're boards. So I've got black paint between those lines. And this part's really fun. The ooh, ah portion of the show. So just remove your tape. Again, keep in mind you're working with fresh tape paint. So when you're pulling that tape off, good gravy. 45-degree angle. Keep it low to the surface to reduce the surface tension. That way you won't pull off your fresh paint.
A real zombie Bob? Yeah, we can work on a real zombie Bob.
A little white-eyed gingerbread cookie. So yeah.
AnyMaterialDesigns.com, use promo code Tracy M for a discount.
Yes, I completely forgot that. And Miss Sandy has provided one of the prizes today.
Oh. Would she?
So, she's got a pack full of goodies.
Yeah, pack full of goodies.
She's got a pack full of goodies. So yeah.
I choose this one. This one from Dynasty PWD.
Painting with Deb.
Painting with Deb. And you.
Yep.
So
just like Christmas morning. He's shaking the packages to figure out what's in them.
There's brushes.
Of course there's brushing.
There's stamps. Definitely stamps. And I'm betting stencils.
Yeah.
Oh, look at me go.
So I'm going to take my dryer to this. And so now we go from having, this, just these straight, swishy, dry looking lines. Now we've shaped something into boards. And so now I want to create a little of that texture, that rough, worn look. I'd always credit Chris Hoy with this because the first time I ever saw this done, she had done it on a painted piece, and I thought it was just the bee's knees. It was just such a cool effect. And then when I tried it on this barn board effect, it rocked my world. So I gotta give credit where credit is due. Too many artists don't get, the credit that they deserve. Chris Hoy has got just an amazing imagination, and she creates some really cool things. And she comes up with some really fun ideas. So I credit her with this one because I just thought it was, very smart. So I'm just taking a brush just around.
Get out of town.
What?
Mr. Edward Hensley just joined the chat.
Edward Hensley?
Yeah, he just typed in. I made it. Well, good thing you made it.
You made it just in time because Renee just took your name off the wheel. So you've got a prize pack coming to you, Edward. And I know that I have your shipping information, so no need to do that, but you've got something good coming your way.
From Dynasty, Deb, and her.
Yep. So you have some goodies coming your way. He's going to be pulling a lot of names off of that wheel today. So don't forget to hit that like button. And leave us a comment in the comment section so that we can add you to the wheel. So all I've done is just roll this round brush along the bottom of the edge of the canvas. Any little white that's showing, I just sort of brush it out to make it go away. And all this does is it just sort of creates the look of those, those rough boards. It's another one of those neatness doesn't count things. I love this. And it's just such a fun way to create a little visual interest and a little visual texture. I just think was just such a smart idea. And it's fun. So right off the bat, now we have some, nice rustic looking boards. And again, it was such an easy thing to do.
I need a Santa hat?
Yeah. You need a Santa hat?
Is there one around? I know there's one around here somewhere.
Yeah, I know your sister has a couple. Thanks for that, folks. Off he goes. He's gone looking for a Santa hat. So I love this effect. It's a super easy way to create some visual interest and some texture. And on a canvas, those wooden boards with the grooves in are really difficult to find right now. There's only a few suppliers that have them. And in places like Walmart, Michael's and whatnot, they don't have any that I could see. There was hardly a thing in our local Michael's store the other day. I was very lucky to get my hands on 2 of those spinner things from Michael's because they a lot of the places simply don't have them. They're not available online. So there's just a whole bunch of things that are not easy to get right now. So we're going to add a little bit of age to this. I kind of overdid it on the other one that I have prepped. But I'm going to float along. Oh God. Not only is it a Santa hat, but it's a sequined Santa hat.
Hell yeah.
I think he's feeling festive. So I'm going to float down the edge of our board. This is just a little thinned asphaltum. I didn't want it too dark, so. And then I'm going to float down both sides of these, just a little.
Okay.
Just like that.
Don't worry, people, I will be zooming in. I'm just getting it ready.
So this is just a really quick and easy way to give them a little extra dimension and a little age.
It's not glitter, it's sequins.
It's not glitter, it's sequins.
It's controlled glitter.
Did you put yourself in the...
Huh?
Did you show them?
No.
No.
Do they want to see?
More than likely. Do the Kermit dance.
Do the Kermit dance.
We were playing cards kids last night, and Renee, their song came on. Renee did the Kermit dance and nearly killed us all. It was hilarious.
Oh, they didn't see that because I didn't hit the transition button.
Okay.
There, let's try this again. There you go. Sequins. Santa hat. Festive.
Oh my god.
And back to painting.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Some days, you know, there's not enough medication on the planet.
Who needs medication?
I can think of a couple. Both of us, for one.
I am medicated.
Yeah, I know. So that little float on those edges just helps age those boards. I'm going to dry these before I mess this up completely. I'm going to put another float down the outside edge, like so. And I can't forget this one on this edge. And then I'm going to do the same thing as soon as this is dry. I'm going to do the same thing along the bottom. So I just want to keep that.
Renee has his winter beard. No, it's my everyday beard.
That's his everyday beard. His winter beard is unnecessary here on the East Coast. Winnipeg, it kept his face warm, but out here it's not necessary. So I'm going to take a little bit of that thin asphaltum, and I'm just going to put a light wash over top, just to tie it all together. And
I act like Renee and my kids act like old folks.
we don't have that concern here.
Nope. We're all young at heart.
Yeah. So once you've gotten to this point, you are ready to trace and transfer your line drawing on, which I have already done on the one that I prepped. So through the magic of television, ta-da!
Ta-da.
I have one with a bird on it.
Okay, I gotta hit this again. Is it zoomed in now?
Uh-huh. So since we're zoomed, perhaps you could spin that wheel one more time.
Sure. Since we got so many.
And Paula McCoy.
And let's pick a random one here.
So Paula McCoy, you've got a goodie coming your way.
Oops, what's this one? This one is from Dynasty, Painting with Deb. Prima?
Yep, Prima Marketing.
Prima Marketing and Southern Ridge.
Yeah. So Paula McCoy, you've got a goodie coming to you. So please go to the front page of my website. Down in the lower right-hand corner, you're going to see a little speech bubble. Click on that and send us a quick message with your shipping information, and we will get your goodies out to you on Monday.
Paula McCoy.
Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm just taking a little bit of asphaltum and I'm putting in some light shadows just to lift this up a little bit. I just want to raise it off of the surface. But the first thing we're going to do is put in some dropped shadows on these leaves. So on these ones, you're going to load your brush with some thinned asphaltum, and you're going to float about 1/4 inch past the edge of that leaf, and you're just going to follow the shape of the leaf. Oops, too dark. Better. So you see how I'm just shaping that leaf a little bit? It's just a simple little drop shadow. And this is going to help make these leaves a bit more dimensional when we get the color in.
What size canvas are you using?
This one is 10 by 10.
10 by 10.
And
Yeah.
I'm also going to do the same thing at the bottom of that stem, just like that.
Zombie.
So if you can, it's really loose. It's not perfect. We're not really worrying about getting things absolutely dead on perfect. These are shadows. They're just implied. There's nothing really solid about them. But the whole point is that it just provides a little more depth. So to really punch that up, we're going to start putting in our leaves. Now I'm using antique green, and I'm going to use a nice little round brush to do this because I'm not using the color full strength. I'm going to have a little bit of water or glaze in it, and I'm going to paint these leaves following the shape of the leaf, like so. And one coat is all they're going to get, because we're going to see all of that texture right through that leaf. We went to so much trouble to put it in there, we might as well make use of it. So we're going to.
I'm going to leave the transition in there as well. For all the lives for December.
Okay. And we're going to paint flowers next week. I've had a lot of people, a lot of you have been asking me to do flowers, because I've been doing a lot of holiday stuff. And I had a couple of requests, which I really like, because it gives me an idea what you guys want to see.
Somebody got the time zone wrong.
Oh.
Oh. How do you suggest to finish the back of canvas?
The back of canvas? I don't really do anything to the back of the canvas. I finish my edges. I usually use either black, depending on what I'm painting, of course, but I'll usually use black, or I'll pull a color out of the canvas, out of the painted piece, to finish the edges. But the back of the canvas I don't usually worry too much about.
Oh, yeah, now they're wondering.
What?
You picked up a different brush.
I did, and the reason I did is because Decort sent us some brushes to give away. These are the designer series from Decort.
Ah,
So
they were wondering, what kind of brush is that?
this is new brush from Decort. It's called the designer series. I was really lucky. They gave me an opportunity to help select all of the brushes for this series. So, and then they were very generous to give us a few sets. So some of those kits have got some of these designer series brushes in them.
Woo.
So,
And they're wondering why this antique green is looking brown.
I think it's just the lights. I think it's just the camera. It's because it is a green.
It definitely looks.
There's a lot of red in this.
You think it's oversaturated?
I think so.
Give me 1 second. See what I can do.
I was just looking at the Facebook feed and I'm going, wow, my hands are really pink.
Yeah. Oversaturated then.
Yeah.
Da.
Everything seems to have a lot of red in it. And so the red is turning this green brown. So you can see I'm following the shape of this leaf when I'm putting this color in, and then I'm pulling the color from the point down to the stem. So I get a really nice even tone. It doesn't look heavy-handed or lumpy.
It still doesn't look green. And I brought saturation way down.
Well, it must be the lights then, because it's green.
I wonder if it's the exposure. Whoa! Sorry.
Sorry.
No, definitely not the exposure. Too bright? No, not bright enough.
I don't know. Could be the lighting. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it could just be the lighting.
Seems strange though.
Yeah.
So this was a fun piece to design. I don't often do birds. And then I got painting those silly little chickadees. And I had way too much fun doing that. And then, you know, it was just sort of a natural transition. And I came out, and next thing you know, I've got cardinals. Now I'm working on a blue jay, so.
Working on.
I'm working on a lot of things this week.
Give me a second. I will check color balance. Still looks brown.
Yeah, it does. But it is not brown, it is green. So, and I'm putting that same green on that stem. And again.
Ooh, too much blue. Blue.
I kind of like this color on the transparent, a bit more on the transparent side for this. We're going to put, you know, 3 other colors on top of this green, so it isn't going to hurt it.
Nope, it looks like it's just the lighting.
What happens if we shut that off?
Can't see nothing.
Okay. So there is all of our green. This actually works up really quickly. It's not as
Looks
difficult.
very brown.
It does look very brown. We shall see.
That is very strange, yeah.
It is. Because these are colors I use
There is a
all the
lot
time.
of like asphaltum tones around it, so.
Yeah, but that's normal for me.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Okay.
It's really strange.
It is. I'm going to dry this real quick, and then we're going to... Curious about something now.
What do you do with all your paintings? You must be overflowing.
Oh, you could say that.
You could say that. Some of them do get...
I want to see what this looks like on camera.
Yeah, even that green. Oh, it's a little bit more green. But you have some darker greens on it.
Yes, and there's darker greens. I'm still seeing a lot of red in the thing. So this is our finished piece. Look at the red in this guy. He's just come screaming off of there. Same with the berries. So
I don't know what it is.
now I only have 1 coat of green on those leaves. So we're going to shade these. I want to show you a trick to get nice rounded
I thought you turned that off.
curves. I did too.
Okay, hit the little silent mode switch.
Little side note, I hate to because
Then you forget about it.
then I forget about it and your father tries to text me.
Do you sell paints?
I don't, but I will tell you this. My girl Sandy has got all of my fluid acrylics in stock right now. And so if you're looking for them, hit on sandymctierdesigns.com because she's got lots. So, and she's got great pricing on it too. So she's your source. I do not sell paint because I do not have the room. I have too many paintings, that's why. So I'm floating, this is plantation pine. I'm putting a little plantation pine at the bottom of these leaves. And I kind of let it come up the edge a little bit, like so. I don't want to come right to the tip, but I've got a little bit of plantation pine in there. It might take a couple of coats to get the depth that I want, but that's okay. I love this color. So I like having that darker green towards the bottom of the leaf, like so, because when we put that highlight in, primarily going to be at the tip of the leaf, it's going to imply that there's a nice curve in that leaf. And it just gives them more of an organic feel. So,
Yeah, we lose.
just like that.
More red? Less red.
Wow. It's got to be the lighting then.
Yeah.
Well, we don't usually have that right there.
You want me to try it without?
Yeah, try it. I mean, we'll see what it looks like. We'll know pretty short order.
Still very red.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Boo. Now it's orangey. And the light's terrible. Wow. Okay, so we're going to turn that back on because that didn't work. We're trying to figure out what the issue is with this.
Well, this camera is not accepting green.
So I really like this plantation pine because it's nice and transparent. So it makes it easy to control because I can put it on in thin overlapping layers until I get the depth that I want. I don't like putting color all in one go because I find you have no control over it. So it's better to put things on in thin layers, and then you have some element of control.
That is so weird. It is brown.
Yep. So there is our green. Wow, it almost looks sepia tone in that picture. Is that just on Facebook or is that on YouTube as well?
No, that's on camera control.
Wow.
I don't know what's going on there. Because that is green.
Yeah.
That.
It is very green.
That is brown. That is.
So I'm almost there. I'm just going to shade underneath this forward leaf a little bit because it needs that. And then we're going to put a float down the center vein of these leaves to get that nice shadow. He's trying to.
Let's see if that comes up as brown or.
Wow. Yep.
Is that ever brown? I'll put this one. Oh, that one's pretty
That's
muddy.
the anti-green. So I'm just floating in that shadow down the center vein. That's going to really give us that curvature in the leaf.
Can I reset color balance?
So this really helps define the shape of that leaf. That curvature becomes very, very obvious once we put in that shadow. Now, this leaf curves the other way, so we're going to tuck that shadow in.
Oops.
Right there. And then, of course, we have to have a shadow on that branch as well, and all of those shadows are going to be down here. These
There
are
we go.
fairly loose. Ooh, it's very light. But it does look green now. So again, with that plantation pine, I'm putting a shadow along the bottom of that branch.
It's green now. Everybody's happy. Yay.
Hey!
The leaves are green.
The leaves are green. It's very light, but it's green.
No, apparently there was a filter.
Oh. That's not good.
Yeah.
No, it's just bright.
I can bring down the brightness. Didn't realize there was a filter on there. Brightness. Yeah, it's set to 150. Let's bring that down.
He's the computer geek. He's going to figure all of this out sooner or later. So, and I just have one more to do because I almost forgot this one.
There. Ta-da!
So there, we have all of those shadows in those leaves. And they're green.
When you base coat the leaves, did you use glaze or water to thin the paint?
I can use either or. I prefer to use the glaze. I just can't find mine right now because I tidied up.
Oh,
I tidied up. I can't find my glaze.
Your controlled chaos is no longer.
Well, it's always chaos, but there it is. I had to hunt.
Yeah.
But yes, I use either glaze or water. It's just to get the paint thin and smooth. So now we have to highlight these. And I'm going to use, you can use olive green, matcha green. All we need is something fairly light. I tend to grab that matcha green for some reason. It just seems to be a go-to for me. And I'm going to load my brush to float. And we're going to add a highlight to these leaves. Now, I brought that plantation pine up to that point, and it's also where I'm going to start my highlights.
What's this one?
Oh, and he's into the bin again.
Ooh, there's a surface in this one. This one's from Painting with Deb, Stampendous, and CD Wood.
Ah, Covered Distributing. He's spinning the wheel.
And that looks like Paula R, so it must be
Paula Ransdell.
Paula Ransdell.
So I'm going opposite that shadow down the center vein and putting a float of that matcha green. And this is something I like to do. Because I've got that shadow that comes up this way, I like to pull my highlight down till it meets. And it gives the leaf a nice shape. And I'm going to do the same thing for all of these leaves. So there's my highlight color. And then, so now you can understand why I don't really worry too much about getting that initial base coat completely opaque, because it isn't really necessary. We have so many other colors going over top that are going to affect the base. And I really like seeing some of that texture from back there showing through those leaves. I like how that looks. It just gives it a nice texture. And then again, I'm going to pull some of that lighter value down towards that shadow.
Everybody change your name to Paula. It's the lucky name of the day.
Yeah,
we've already had two
we've
people named Paula win. So.
And an Edward.
And an Edward.
Yep. And a Kathy.
And a Kathy.
So there is our highlight. And if you find that more opaque color is burying that shadow, don't worry about it. You're going to come back in and deepen those shadows anyway. Again, third layer, right? Love it, love it, love it. And we're also going to use a little bit of reflected color in these leaves, which means I'm going to pull a little of the red from that cardinal into these leaves. It's going to give them a nice pop of color. It's going to give them nice depth.
Yeah, they're definitely green now.
Yep, they're looking much more like leaves. And as I said, these work up really quickly. Just don't putz around with it too much. There's no need to. Don't worry about the base coats being opaque. Don't need to be. Because you're putting layers on top.
What size brush are you using?
This one is a 1/2 inch Dynasty Black Gold Angled Shader.
what she said.
There we go. Love it.
There's 239 people watching.
Nice. Thanks for coming, guys. I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel. We're trying to make that 5,000 number today. I'd love to see that today.
Love to see it before 2022.
Yep. But we're not that far off. I think we only have like 45. It was 966 this morning.
974 last time I checked.
Okay. So we need less than 40. So, I mean, the fun part is if at any time you don't think your highlights are quite bright enough, you just go back in with another quick float just to pop them. I like bright highlights. It's nice. I've been playing a lot with the neons of late. I do like those neon colors a great deal. They're a lot of fun for, oh goodness.
Nah.
They're a lot of fun for popping things, making things jump. So if at any time you feel this is a little, meh, which I've been sitting here looking at these going, they need some life. Don't be shy. Grab a little bit of that neon green and pop a little in just to elevate some of those highlights. I'm only using it in a very small quantity and just in a very select area. Just enough to, pop those leaves a little bit. Give them a little more zing. Just because a color isn't on the supply list doesn't mean you can't use it.
Yeah. So 4,975.
So we need 25 subscribers.
Just 25 of you.
Yeah, to push us over that 5,000 mark, which is a big deal for us. The 5,000 mark means that we get a few more supports and perks from YouTube, which helps us, create better content. It helps us do a lot of things. So,
better content, better marketing.
It just helps us a little bit. So,
better understanding the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah, which is fun to navigate when you don't know what you're doing. So I've just popped a little bit in there, just for giggles, because giggles are fun.
Hey, Tracy, you got me using neons all the time?
I love neons. They're great for just making colors jump, making those greens more vibrant, making the reds, in your face. It's great.
Sheila asked if we... Oh, yeah, just kidding. And I subscribed twice.
So...
You can, you just have to make another account.
So I'm going to pick up a little more plantation pine, because this is where you get to really make things pop. I'm going to go right back over all of those shadows that I did before. I'm going to give them another coat and go down that center vein one more time. And look what happens to that leaf. All of a sudden it's got great dimension and great shape.
And looks green now.
And it looks green now. Thank the Lord for small mercies. I'm just going to deepen a couple of shadows. And it's just, I've thinned this out. It's not a really strong float. It just looks it because you're going over top of that color already. And so it instantly deepens. And so you get really nice shape. Remember what I said about those colors, if they look a little muted or get buried, when you put that little float of plantation pine back in, everything just jumps right back up.
Ooh.
Oh, that one should say SRT. Oh, I know what that one is.
Yeah?
That's from Southern Ridge Trading.
Okay.
And it is her little red truck dimensional piece.
Oh, okay.
It's gorgeous. It builds a little red truck. When you put it all together, it's so cool. It even comes with the Christmas tree to go in the back. It's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. It's an
That's
awesome piece.
going to...
And they're about $45.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not, it's a $45 surface. It's beautiful. So somebody's winning that today.
Yeah,
That's gonna
Julie speaks.
Julie speaks. Awesome.
Yeah.
Julie, I think I have your shipping information, darling, so I don't think you have to worry about that.
I just gotta put in.
So Renee's gonna put your name on that package, and you've won that little red truck kit from Southern Ridge Trading.
Pick me!
It's a beautiful surface. And Karen Beaupre, I gotta tell you, she is one of the most remarkable, talented designers. She's a mixed media and paper artist in her own right, but when it comes to designing surfaces, this woman is insanely gifted. Insanely gifted. So
Julie speaks.
she sent me one of her new pieces with my last shipment,
Oh, yeah?
and it's gorgeous. And it's also in that $40, $50 range. It's a beautiful surface. I just need some time to paint it. It's a Christmas tree piece. It's beautiful.
Ooh.
Renee's having fun. He feels like Santa Claus today. So, okay.
I'm shaking gifts and I'm checking them.
That one's from Dynasty, I think.
It just says brush set.
Yeah, that's from Dynasty. So, I'm going to dry these. Well, McGinty is choosing another prize to give away.
This one's got some weight to it. That one's got some weight. That one is Deco Arts and Dynasty Brush.
Yes, I know what's in that. I think that's.
You packed them.
I know, but I packed a lot of them. That one I believe is some of the new glitters. The new glitters
Yes.
from Decowork. I think it's the
The Galaxy Glitters and
holographic illusions.
Holographic Illusions.
Yeah, I think there's a set of those in there, and then there's some brushes from Dynasty in there.
Oh, I'm not picking the names.
The wheel picks the names. He has this digital wheel that he literally just copy and pastes the list of people in both the chats and puts it into the wheel and then hits the spin button and it selects a name at random. And the winner of those Decowork glitters is Janine Osborne. So remember what I said about some reflected color? I'm going to pull a little bit of the red. We use several reds in this piece. I'm pulling a little bit of the Tuscan red. And I chose the Tuscan red for a reason, because it's very transparent and it's gorgeous. So I'm just going to float a tiny little bit of that Tuscan red into the leaves in just a few places. I just want to put a little pop of that red in on some of these leaves, and it's just a tiny bit, not 10 tons. You don't want too much of it in there because then it becomes overpowering.
Lost you on YouTube. Don't say that. No, we're still going.
As long as we've got sound. So that little bit of red in those leaves just gives you a little added dimension, and it ties the leaves to the bird, which is important. So I like that little bit of reflected color on there.
You're already loving the painting, and it's just a tree branch right now.
Yeah.
Renee, how do you use LED cool lighting? Your subject has to be warm. If you're going to use cool lighting, your subject has to be warm. Because otherwise it gives you a negative effect.
Yep.
So your subject has to be like really red, because your lights are going to be really blue.
Or you end up with hair like mine.
Yeah, that's what happens to Mom.
Warm skin, cold hair.
No.
Ta-da!
Warm light,
Warm light, yeah.
blue hair.
Yeah. So I've got that little bit of red makes such a difference, I think, to giving those leaves such a lovely shape. Gives them a little depth, and it keeps them from getting too flat. It also keeps them from all looking exactly the same, which is a big deal too. And I just noticed a spot where I need a shadow right here to separate these two leaves. I didn't quite do that well enough.
Do I paint?
Renee paints with airbrushes.
I do airbrush and pinspecking.
So I have a couple of spots. I'm going to take a little bit of thin asphaltum, because this is my toning color. I use asphaltum for so many things, but one of the things I like to do with it is just to deepen things without making them too dark. And so I'm going to use that little bit of asphaltum to separate some of these leaves. And I just noticed something. I didn't paint in my branch. There's a little branch comes off here. I forgot to put a little bit of antique green in there.
Do you put a little red on the leaves?
I did. I took a little float of the Tuscan red and just deepened the leaves in a few places. It's just to reflect the color of that cardinal.
Like your subject's not even there and you're already thinking about where the
Yeah, you have
where
to.
the radiant color is going.
Yeah, reflected color has to go somewhere. So next, we're going to tackle those berries. And because those berries are red and I want them to be really red, I'm going to put an undercoat of nice opaque white in there. And we do have some nice berries. So I'm just going to use a rigger and a little bit of warm white to fill in these berries. Just one coat is all we need. It doesn't have to be, layers and layers and layers of white. I do, however, see I missed a berry when I was...
What kind of surface do you paint on?
I paint on a lot of different things, mostly canvas or wood. I like wood surfaces because they don't move. Canvas I like because it has nice texture, but it
That was
moves.
directed towards me.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Just noticed that my name was in front of it.
Oh.
Well, she paints on wood, canvas, and
anything.
And pretty much plastic.
I've painted plastic, yeah. And motorcycles.
Yeah. I've mainly done motorcycle tins and cars.
Yeah. He's quite talented with an airbrush.
Haven't picked one up in a while.
I know.
Yeah. I've always wanted to do airbrush, but too chicken. Just do it. Pick it up and go.
Renee came home from Afghanistan and was here for a while. And came down to the studio one day and asked me if I had an airbrush. I said yes. I never saw it again.
And then there was a painted motorcycle
And there was,
garage.
and then, yeah. So as long as he was creating with it, who cares?
Yeah.
So I've got my berries are almost base coated. Just one coat of warm white is all you really need. The reason I do this is that when you're painting over other colors, particularly dark ones, colors like red can be heavily influenced by the color you're painting over, and because they're transparent. So I like to have a nice opaque base coat in so that when you put that red in place, you're going to get a nice bright red. It won't be gray or dark, a dark smoky red or purplish in tone, because it's influenced by some dark color in the background. So I am using a little bit of warm white to give me a nice base, nice light base for those berries.
Airbrushing does take a lot of practice, yes.
It's like
and
anything
no, I
else.
will not teach a class because I haven't been doing it long enough.
Uh,
I'm still. There was a gentleman in Winnipeg who had been airbrushing for something like 60 years.
Wow.
And I showed him what I did for fur
Yep.
with like the end of a broom.
Mm-hmm.
And he just smacked himself in the head. Why didn't I think of that? I've been airbrushing for 60 years. And
I am a
still learn something
firm
new.
believer that you never stop learning, and
No.
if you think you know everything, you're sunk.
Yeah.
Every time I watch another teacher teach, I come away with something.
Yeah.
I've learned things from Chris Hoy that I just sort of go, really? Why didn't I think of that? I've been doing this long enough. I should know that. But no.
The one thing I have never been able to master and is the bane of my existence is flame.
Yeah.
I can do classic hot rod flames till the cows come home.
But flames.
But realistic looking flames? No.
Yeah.
It's the one thing I cannot get down. They look like cartoon flames by the time I'm done.
So I'm using a little bit of Tuscan red for this, mainly because it's what I have on my palette. But you can use almost any red for this. Country red, scarlet. Well, scarlet might be a little too orange for these holly berries, but red alert would look nice. There's lots of different reds you could use. I'm quite fond of Tuscan red. It's a nice, cool red. It has a cooler temperature than the color of that cardinal, which means it's got a little blue in it. So this is a nice red. Tuscan red is still one of my favorites, has been a long time favorite. But all it takes is one coat, and now you see.
Sound?
Please tell me you have sound.
Sound. Sound.
No sound. Now? Do we have sound now?
Yay!
Okay, good.
The second I leave.
The second he left the room. I'm sorry, guys. But I'll just go over this again. Not sure where it dropped off, but when I'm floating in that diox, you can see I'm coming in from the edge just a bit. I leave a little sliver of red showing on the outside edge. There's a reason for that. When we get all of the highlights and everything in, it becomes more spherical, round, not just round as a circle, but it becomes more spherical like a ball. And so that's why we leave that little sliver right there. And I've done that on each of those berries.
I took the sound with me.
Yeah, that's what it is. Actually, I just think it's the computer gods. They don't like it when you leave me alone. Like, don't leave us alone with her.
Hey, Deb!
Hey, Miss Deb.
Miss Deb's in the chat.
So once that diox is completely drying, I'm going to make sure it's good and dry. We're going to highlight this berry. And we're going to do that with a little bit of thinned warm white. I like the diox. It works so well with the red. Better than the black, I find. That's my opinion anyway. So I've got a little bit of thinned warm white, and we're going to highlight the berry. Now I'm going to start at the top of the berry, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did on the other one, except that is way too strong. I need to blend that out a little bit.
Missed the color for the berry shade?
Dioxazine purple. It is heavily thinned. You're not using it full strength. There we go. Okay. So that highlight float does the same thing. It comes almost to the edge, but not quite. It leaves just a sliver of that red showing. And I start at the top where the shadow ended, and I bring it around to the bottom where it stops, like so.
What color was the dark float?
The dark float, again, was diox purple. Dioxazine purple. I like it for shading reds. It is a very effective shading color for reds, especially if you want, you know how berries sort of have that almost translucent, transparent, where light kind of passes through them a little bit. And this is the kind of effect that you will get from this. So I'll just put that little float in, just like that.
You just got a stream of likes there. With the zombie going nuts.
So I got my highlight, just that little float in. And you can see all of a sudden they started to look a bit more orb-like, spherical.
Are you using a rigger?
Nope, this was a 3/8 angle.
Oh.
I am going to switch to my favorite liner, which is my 15-aught. That's a micron, if I can find the blasted thing. There it is.
There you go.
My microns are looking a little worse for wear. So I'm going to take my detail, this is my 15-aught extra long detail liner, and I've picked up a little bit of warm white, and we're going to put a highlight right on that line of the highlight, that one that we stroked in.
Can I watch this video after you're done?
Yes, it will be up on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's right on that line.
What's this one?
Oh, he's into the presents again. He feels like Santa Claus today.
Whoa.
Which one is it?
This one says Decor Media Set.
Oh my, that's my set. all of my favorite decor fluid acrylics are in that one. And there's brushes.
And brushes.
I believe so.
Ooh.
And I think there's some other stuff in there too.
First person to get the zombie to say that they shared. So you got to share the video. First person that pops up gets this one. Gonna make it interesting.
So I've put a little light impact point on each of those berries. And you can see now they look more spherical. So now we've got nice little spherical berries. Now I'm going to dry this because with my luck, I will smear those little dots.
Look for the zombie.
No zombie?
The shares. Yeah, shares. Sandra Schmidt.
Sandra Schmidt has won my...
First one to come up.
Sandra Schmidt is the winner of that, of my favorite fluid acrylic set. I think there's 6 colors in there, plus some brushes and some other little things.
Nope, there's Lucy's clicking the like button. Wrong button, Lucy. Sandra Schmidt.
Entirely too much fun. We have so many prizes to give away, it's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, there'll be more.
And there's going to be more, yes, absolutely.
Was Renee ever surprised by Christmas gifts?
Yeah.
He's so good at package pinching.
Yes, he is good at it, but we did manage to surprise him one year when we gave him his first computer.
That's right, too. Yeah, my first computer.
Because he wasn't expecting it.
No. What was that? That was a...
It was a Dell.
Was it a Dell?
It was.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
Where is it?
So we're going to get started on our bird.
I thought it was going to be the Super Nintendo.
Nope. You knew what that one was, you little bugger. So I'm going to, it's now time to start base coating this bird.
Sandra Schmidt.
So I'm going to grab.
She got the zombie to say that she liked it. Or she shared it, sorry.
She shared it, yeah. So I'm using a nice little round, and we're going to start by base coating this bird with scarlet. If you're really in a pinch and can't find scarlet, warm sunset would probably work.
My first computer was a Commodore 64. So was our?
No,
No, the Amiga 500.
ours was an Amiga 500.
Yeah.
Pepe had a Commodore 64.
Yeah.
So I'm just filling in the shape of this bird with the scarlet. And I'm keeping in mind where things are. So I'm leaving little spaces between portions of this bird because I don't want to have to retrace him in because I hate retracing.
We're going to go with...
And I love this color.
This one.
He's like a kid in candy store playing with these Christmas
Yeah,
presents.
but it's the fact that
Yeah.
they're going to somebody.
Yeah.
These aren't for me.
I know.
I'm collecting the Commodore 64s. Wow. That's Edward Hensley.
And
Collecting?
Edward is an IT tech.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he does IT. So
Nice.
yeah.
Can I get these results with cheap Walmart acrylics?
Oh, like with folk art acrylics? Yeah, absolutely. I use the decor colors. You can find comparable colors in the CraftSmart line at Michael's. You can find comparable colors in most of the dollar stores. Or at least in Canada, I know we have them. In places like Walmart, where they have the apple barrel colors, if you can find colors that are comparable to the ones that I'm using, then absolutely. It might take a couple of coats to get there, but
oh, yes. This is...
I love this scarlet. Such a pretty red.
So that is going to Susan Malone.
Susan Malone.
Brush set.
She got a brush set from Dynasty. I know what's in those. Those are fun. There's Dynasty black gold fountain brushes in that one.
Ooh. It's no fun that you're telling them what's in there.
But yes, there's lots of goodies.
And there's same time.
There's some really nice goodies in some of those, let me tell you. Well, there's nice goodies in all of them. But some are like ridiculous.
The Dollarama Decor paints are not Americana. What's the difference between them?
The CraftSmart is just pigment load. The CraftSmart paints have a slightly lower pigment load, but still are an excellent quality resin and a good quality acrylic. They're just a little bit more affordable. That's the only difference. Color names are different, but most of the colors are comparable to the Americana. Americana is their flagship and their premium line of acrylic, bottled acrylic.
Okay, that's just weird.
What?
Are there two Schmidts in there?
I don't know.
Is there a Jody Schmidt?
A Jody Schmidt? Yes.
Jody Schmidt?
I believe there is.
Did you recruit people from your family there? The last winner was Sandra Schmidt.
And now we have a Jody Schmidt.
Yeah.
Right on.
Recruiting family members.
So I'm just filling in. You notice I paint in all these spaces because I hate tracing things back on.
Ooh, Dynasty, Southern Ridge, and you.
Nice. Lots of goodies. So I have my cardinal is base coated with scarlet.
We can't see the presents.
No, you can't see the presents. There's too many of them.
There's too many of them. They're in a big box.
So I've started with a base coat of scarlet. I'm going to do the face and the eye as well. Just going to get him base coated in. You'll notice you can still see all of that line work through there. All of that background is still showing through. Don't worry about it. It's all going to come together, I promise.
Here, I'm going to switch cameras for a second so you can see the
bin full of goodies.
I gotta put my hat back on.
That hat is reminiscent of some bunny ears you once had.
There's the hat. There. Those are the gifts that gotta go out.
And there's more.
And these are the gifts that people have won already.
And there's still more sitting over here because we have...
Jody Schmidt.
There's still more sitting over behind me because we still have those 2 spinner racks from Michael's to give away.
Pfizer must have been in my hat. There we go. Yeah. Back to you.
Oh my goodness. Some days, my son, some days. So I'm going to use a little bit of asphaltum just to loosely paint in our bird's feet and legs. Just putting the shape in, basically. And again, I'm not worrying about getting it perfectly opaque because it doesn't matter at this point. So a little bit of asphaltum. It's my everything color. I use asphaltum for so many things.
Now changing my name to Paula Schmidt.
Oh my gosh. And I need antique gold. I swear to gosh.
They got really excited for the spinner rack.
Well, you know what? They're really hard to get your hands on.
Yeah.
They have not been an easy thing to locate.
Well, then let's give one away right now.
Okay. So
What do we got? Hurry up.
he wants to give one away. So okay, so whoever's name comes up gets one of these spinner racks from Michael's. Georgie Wagner.
Georgie Wagner.
Miss Georgie has been a long time follower. She's been with us since the very beginning of these lives. So Georgie, thank you. And I'm so glad that you won one.
You get a paint rack.
So you get one of these spinner racks. They hold 48 bottles of paint. And they're super handy. I have a big one. Mine holds like 120 bottles of paint. And you can't find them anymore. You can't even get one on Amazon. That should tell you something.
There we go.
So
Georgie Wagner.
I'm just basing in that beak with a coat of antique gold. And I'm going to...
Can we do that? Change our name?
No.
No. It's a long legal process.
Here we go. And then I'm going to use some lamp black to get our cardinals details in. Now I'm using a number 2 rigger to do this. I want this to have some really fine lines. So I'm just very lightly stroking this color in. And then I want to show you a little trick for that eyeball.
What? Linda Griffith. It's meant for paint bottles, not mini booze bottles.
That could work though.
It could work, yes. Call it the spinny bar.
Yeah, little spinny bar. I get more use out of the paint. So I'm just stroking in that black detailed area on the face and chest of our cardinal. I'm just using a rigger on the chisel edge so that I get nice.
Share the live stream. Share it. Like it.
Yeah.
Like, share.
Because believe me, there are tons of goodies to give away today.
Tons.
Because of some really generous people and some really generous companies. So I'd appreciate it if you check out their websites and you know what, just leave them a quick thank you in their message boxes or what have you. They've been incredibly supportive. Companies like Deckwart and Dynasty and Cupboard Distributing and Viking Woodcrafts and Country Bear Woodcrafts and Prima Marketing and Southern Ridge Trading and Sandy McTeer Designs and paintingwithdeb.com.
The list goes on.
I mean,
Edna Freeman, there's a cardinal outside my window right now.
It's not a bird we see often here.
No.
We do get them, but not very often. We don't see them as often. And the one thing I didn't know about cardinals is that they can mimic. They've been known to mimic things. And there was one in Kentucky outside of my hotel that liked to mimic a car alarm.
Ah. I missed that one. Hubby was trying to get the puppy back in the house. You let a puppy outside. He's got things to do.
So I'm going to dry this, and then I'm going to show you a real quick way to do these eyes. Because I found trying to paint that little thin line around that black eye is a pain in the patoot.
Booze and pallets.
Yeah. Sip and
Could be a
paints.
new business.
Sip and paints. So I'm going to paint the whole eye with warm white. So that round space where that eyeball goes is going to be all white. And again, I use that circle template shape maker to trace those things so that they stay nice and round. And then I'm going to dry this.
Is a rigger brush the same as a liner?
No, it is not. And this is a perfect opportunity to talk about that, actually. Let me grab a liner.
You want to see what the...
This is a liner. See how it comes to a really sharp point?
Did that taste good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was clean.
Clean.
Didn't taste like soap or anything. Didn't have paint in it, which is first because I did that the other day. We won't talk about that. I went to, yeah. So a liner, you notice they both have the same type of ferrules. They both have a round ferrule. The hair in a liner brush is arranged very similar to a round brush, so that when you look at it, this is how they're shaped. So the filament is arranged in circular fashion so that it all comes to a point. That's a liner. In a rigger, the filament, although it's in a round, of course, do you think I could find a flat brush? No. Because I don't often use flat brushes, that's why. But it's even though it's in a round ferrule, the hairs are arranged more like a flat brush. So when you press down on them, if I pull this to a point, you get a flat chisel edge, like a flat brush. And so it makes it ideal for working into corners and straight areas, and particularly for lettering. It's great for doing lettering. And that's why, even though it looks like a liner, it really isn't. It doesn't come to a point like a liner brush. So, eye is dry. I'm going to take the end of my rigger and I'm going to dip it in the lamp black. And I'm going to put it right in the center of that white circle. And then I'm going to just jiggle it a little so that I get a nice thin white line all the way around that black dot. Voila. Eyeball.
I'm playing Santa. So this is from Dynasty, Stampendous, Prima, SRT,
Southern Ridge Trading.
yeah, and you.
And me, yes.
All sorts of goodies in this one.
Yeah.
And it's going to Nelda Sanders.
Nelda Sanders.
Yeah.
So Nelda, go to the front page on my website, click on the little speech bubble in the lower right-hand corner on the home page, and send us off in a quick email with your shipping information, and we will get your goodies out to you. First thing on Monday. We have a lot of stuff going out in the mail on Monday.
Yep.
Okay. So I think we are just about there. Our bird is ready. And I did, however, just notice something here. So I missed a spot right here. I'm just going to fill in that little bit. So I have, just to reiterate, the body of this bird has got scarlet based in there. And the face is just lightly brushed in with some lamp black. The beak is filled in with a little bit of antique gold. And then the eye is a little warm white and some lamp black. So we're going to start shading our bird. And I'm going to do that with, I'm going to use a 3/8. And our shading color for this little guy is dioxazine purple. This is our first shading. And it's going to be done with some diox. And I like this part. We're going to do some shading up in under the wings here. This is going to start to shape our bird right away with that diox purple. And we're going to shade underneath his body on the tail feathers, like so.
They would like to see the original.
It's right here.
Boom. There's the original.
This is the original. Oh my God, and am I obsessed with these flippin' snowflakes. I got in touch with Karen at Southern Ridge Trading. I said, I need some more snowflakes. So I ordered 12 of everything. And then after she got the order ready, I called her back. I'm like, I need like 18 more of everything. And then I discovered that she had some other new designs, so I ordered 18 of those too. So yeah, so I've now got snowflakes coming out the wazoo, but they're awesome. I absolutely love them. So I'm just floating in under that wing with a little diox purple. And this is just to shape him. This is going to give our bird a little shape.
Where did you get those racks? Michael's.
They are from Michael's. I will tell you right now, they are rare as hen's teeth.
Yes.
They are hard to find. But
those are our two big prizes.
yeah, I got lucky through the generosity of some of my suppliers. I had some cash to spend at Michael's for you guys. So there have been so many people have been looking for these things that I just got lucky. I found a couple of them. And so courtesy of Michael's, we've got those to give away this week. So I'm just shading under that tail as well with a little diox. And you notice that I'm on the chisel edge of my brush a lot to do those vertical lines. I want nice definition in those feathers. And then I'm going to come in and shade under my feathers with that diox.
There goes Sandy with the...
Miss Sandy and her links.
And her links.
Miss Sandy is awesome. Does a tremendous amount.
She's awesome. Where can I buy the snowflakes?
The snowflakes are on the website.
Click the link that Sandy just posted.
Yeah. We have them in a variety of sizes and styles. They're amazing. I love these things. And we ship them in a hard side envelope so they don't get crushed because they are very delicate. But once they're on your project, they're absolutely gorgeous. I just love them. I think they're beautiful. So there is our shading. This is just our first shading. And then we're going to use that purple to start creating a little bit of texture on our feathers. So if you'll notice, I'm just putting a little float like this. These are just to create some texture on the chest. Like so.
Click it again. What are we getting?
Uh-oh.
What's this one? What's this one?
He's doing the squishy thing again.
We have Dynasty Brush and Southern Ridge Trading.
Oh, nice.
Cindy Jansen.
Cindy Jansen.
Jansen.
So, if your name is called, gang, don't forget, go to the website. On the front page of the website, you will see a little speech bubble in the lower right-hand corner. Click on that and send us a quick email with your shipping information so that we can send you your little present out to you. Okay, so I've just floated in a few little squiggly lines this is going to give us a little bit of texture on the chest of our bird. And now we're going to go at this with a little bit of Tuscan red. This is where our bird starts to really take shape. So that area on the chest and here, and right over top of all of those floats, I'm putting a float of Tuscan red. So wherever I put that Diox purple, we're going to go over that with a float of Tuscan red. And it is going to instantly change how this looks. Because when you first put that Diox over top of that, scarlet, the scarlet is very orangey. You put that purple over top of it, it takes on a little bit of a brown tone. And which is okay because it gives us the depth that we want. But we need to bring that heat, all of that punch of red back. And so I'm doing that with floats of Tuscan red.
I love listening to you. You sound like best friends.
Oh.
Are you talking about me and her? Because that's my mom.
Yeah. He's my buddy.
Or is it her and Sandy?
Oh, Sandy and I are... Sandy's one of my dearest friends. I adore the girl.
Oop.
My 3 besties.
Paula R. I can't get the speech bubble to work for me. ¿Por qué? I don't know. Oh, if you're on a tablet or something, I don't know how that...
Yeah, I'm not sure how it works on a tablet. It should work fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should work fine. I don't know.
So
Might have to refresh the page.
Yep. So I'm just pulling, oopsie daisy, where did I pick up black? Goodness. So wherever I put, oh my gosh, wherever I put that float of Diox, I'm going right over top of it with a float of that Tuscan red. So you can see it on the chest here with all of these little feathers. And I'm putting Tuscan red over top in here. All of those floats where the Diox is, I go over that with that Tuscan red, and it deepens it. You get that nice, rich red. Oops, there we go. Said our broadcast had been interrupted.
What?
Nothing, it came back.
How do you share on Facebook? I don't have a share button. I don't know what device you're watching on.
Yeah.
If you're watching on a TV, I really can't help you out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I've got that little float of Tuscan red. I love how it deepens that scarlet. It just makes that color sing. So now I'm going to take a little bit of saffron yellow. I love saffron. Saffron is just like this yummy, in-your-face yellow.
Yeah. Don't suggest using Messenger because she doesn't check Messenger.
I don't check it often enough. There's too much on there. If you need to, send me an email. You can use the contact form on the website too.
Yeah.
But the
Contact us.
Yeah, the contact us will also work. Just
we don't know why it's not working.
Yeah.
If it's not working for you. It's a cardinal.
so this is the yellow I'm working with. This is saffron yellow. I love this color. In the fluid acrylics, it's called diarylide.
Diarylide yellow?
Yep. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So
Almost primary yellow?
almost, well, it's got a little orange in it, saffron.
Diarylide yellow.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
It was right at the top, so.
So I'm putting a little float of that saffron yellow at the bottom of those feathers. Look at that. I like that little bit of light that it puts in there. We're going to subdue this a little, so don't panic if it looks to be a bit much. I just like that yellow in there. And I'm going to pull a little of this into the chest of our bird. Remember those little shadows that we put in? I'm going to go opposite those with just a little float of that yellow, that saffron yellow. This is going to create those fun little feathers on our bird. Super simple. So this just gives those little feathers a little highlight.
Oh, what's this? Julie speaks.
Yes, my dear.
I have only painted one cardinal before. It was with Deb Antonik's class in OKC.
Oh, wow. I remember that piece. That was cute. That was on the snowman.
Yes, it was.
It was stinking cute. I have a slight obsession with all of Deb's snowmen.
Slight?
Slight. I think I have like a dozen of her pieces, original pieces, because
Some would call you an addict.
I kind of steal them if she won't give them to me.
How many have you stole?
Only one or two.
Only one or two?
Yeah.
Does she know about those?
Yes.
Now?
No, she knew at the time.
Okay.
Because I told her I was stealing them.
It's not really theft if you tell them and they don't do anything about it.
That's true. So I've got a little bit of that yellow on top of those. Remember the little shadows I put in? I put the yellow opposite that. I want to bring a little of that yellow into the forehead of the bird. Of course, it would help if I got a little more paint on the brush. So he left the room, so you know the sound is going to crap out again, because I can't do anything to fix it. Of course, I'm going to keep an eye on my phone. Comme ça. Now, I'm going to pull a little of that same yellow out onto the beak, just because I love this yellow. It's just such a pretty tone, and it'll give us that nice punch on top of that beak. So pretty. Now, here's an interesting little technique. Stand the brush on its chisel edge and just tap and pull so that you creates a little bit of texture on those feathers. And it's just fine little lines like so. It just makes things a bit more interesting. I'm going to pull a little bit of that yellow onto the edge of the wing here, just to give it a little more heat. And the same on the other side. I like that little punch of heat in there. There we go. Now, I can't let that get too yellow or too orangey because it's a cardinal. He's supposed to be a nice, vibrant, bright red. And so I'm going to grab a little bit of orange flame, which is my favorite orange. And because I'm rather obsessed with them, I'm going to grab some of this too. And I have a little bit of the neon red somewhere. I'm not sure where, but I know I have some. But I love the heat that these colors put into these finished pieces. Where's my orange flame? There it is. Hopefully we still have sound. Nope, no messages.
Yeah, we're good.
So I'm going to bring a little bit of orange flame because we have to shade this beak. And new bottle of paint, can't get the lid off.
Neons? Question mark?
Yes, neons. We're going to shade this beak with a little bit of orange flame right in here on the bottom of the bill, like this.
Isn't Deb the one that sees your finished paintings and yells mine?
Yes. So it goes both ways. So I'm just using a little bit of orange flame to shade the beak on this guy, just close to the head. And I want to bring a little of that heat into some of these feathers too. I don't want that yellow to be too intense.
Ooh.
Uh-oh, he found one that jingles. So I'm just floating a little bit of that orange flame onto that red. I love this heat. Love it.
Heidi Allison.
Heidi Allison. What did she win?
This is from
Let me see.
Dynasty Painting with Deb and Tracy Moreau Designs.
Nice.
Is there bobs in there?
No.
No, there's no bobs.
There's no bumps in there. Okay, so I've got all of these textured feathers in here, so now I want to bring all of that red back, and I'm going to do that with a nice little float. I like putting washes of red over top of all of this, so I'm going to bring a little of that Tuscan red back in, and just put a little bit, woo, love it, just to stroke a little of that color back in so that we've got nice texture. And I like all of that red. Didn't want it to get too orange looking. I wanted to keep that lovely red. And I do love me some Tuscan red. So I want to deepen a couple of things. I want to get in here and deepen under these wings. I want them nice and dark. Same in here.
Where is Bob today? Oh, he's near.
He's nearby. He never goes far.
Going to have to change my last name. Oh, it's another Heidi. Or it could be the same Heidi. Oh, no. There's Heidi Allison. Woohoo! Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome, Heidi.
Hey, it's the 12 days of Christmas. Normally we only have 12 giveaways.
Normally, but we
Well,
had.
we can't say normally. We've only done one of these.
That's true.
This one just got really big really quick.
Yeah. Well, we had planned 12 days of Christmas.
Yeah, 12 giveaways.
That's what we figured, but it didn't work out that way.
Well, we
Unless
could've
we
done
wanted to
12.
ship like 50-pound boxes. It's just easier to do it this way. So I've got all my color on there. He looks really simple. He doesn't need to be really elaborate. I'm going to mix a little diox with some of that Tuscan red. I want to darken her belly a little.
Oh, Terry Greencorn. My 5-year-old grandbaby is watching and trying to draw a cardinal too.
Aw,
She wants to know why Renee is laughing so much.
because he's crazy, honey.
I'm crazy, but I get to see all the messages that they get.
Yes,
Sent to
I
me.
don't see all the messages. He does.
And I get to see the conversations everybody's having.
So
What's the current number of subscribers? That is a great question.
that is a great question.
Let's go take a peek.
So I'm going to switch over to my liner brush because it's time to start adding a few little details. And I'm going to do that with a little bit of thinned lamp black. And the brush that I'm using is my 5/0 extra long detail liner. So it is a long liner, and we're going to give this bird some nostrils first.
We are currently at 4,980.
So we only need 80 more members,
20.
subscribers, 20 more. I'm art, not math.
I am art, not math.
I art, I don't math.
I art.
I art, I don't math. Not today, anyway. So I'm using the tip of this liner. I'm going to put in those details like the line of his beak, like so. And I'm going to give it a little outline, nice and fine. I don't want this to be too harsh. And I want to bring some of that fine line from the, all of those feathers. I just want to make them very fine around the beak. Super fine. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the feathers. I don't want this to have a harsh line, like a solid shape. I want this to look soft and light and feathery. So I'm going to use some very fine lines to pull that black out a little bit. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Just to give him some nice light shape. I don't want it to look too harsh. And I'm going to do the same thing to sharpen some of these details, like under the wings. I'm going to use the liner to define some of these things just a little bit better.
Oh, here's a good question from Pam Stover.
Yes, Pam.
This doesn't look like a beginner painting to me. So can you recommend an e-packet with a tutorial for a beginner?
This one, believe it or not, only uses some really basic skills. It just looks more difficult than it is. It's probably more intimidating than it is difficult. It is not a difficult piece to paint. I do not use hard and fast techniques for this. A lot of it is just simply brush control, learning how to control your brush in certain instances. If you want a really simple cardinal piece, I'm just trying to think who would be a good one. Renee Mullins has some really adorable pieces with cardinals. And you know what? Go and look at some of Deb Antonik's designs too, and Sandy McTeer. I'm pretty sure she's got something in that. Cardinals are a popular Christmas design. I don't often paint birds, so I was not looking for a design that was specifically for birds. I just decided I wanted something like this, you know? So I got into the chickadees, and the next thing you know, I'm painting cardinals. Because that's how my brain works.
The picture of Miss Dot with her lovey is adorable.
With her pig.
That's a video.
It's a video.
That's a video. That's a video of her snuggling with her pig.
Miss Dot has some unusual friends. She loves her pig. So I'm just using that script liner just to outline a couple of things, just to solidify edges a bit so they don't look quite so soft. And then I'm going to cheat.
Gasp.
I know.
What?
I've got a...
I just got to my Instagram.
What?
393
Woohoo.
people like Dot.
So we need to highlight this eyeball, and I'm going to do that with a little bit of warm white. And I'm going to do exactly what I do for everything that is round and spherical. I come in from the edge a little bit, just with a little float of warm white. And I'm going to put a little highlight at the top of the beak with some warm white.
Make sure you guys hit the like button.
And I just dropped my neons into the black paint. Yuck.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Way to go.
Gifted. That's me. And then I'm going to take my liner brush and I'm going to put a little dot of white on the eyeball, right on the uppermost part of that little float. And then we're going to dry this.
Can we use black pen for line work?
Oh, I'm just about to get to that.
Gotta use a special pen.
I like a little bit of line work in this, and I actually did quite a bit of it in this piece, using that 0.38, my black uniball. And this is just, I just used like light scribbly lines on some of these shadows.
Holy, calm down, Sandy, with the links.
This Sandy.
You're faster than your average person. Should not be able to do it that quick.
In the length of time it takes me to find a meme in the meme finder, whatnot, like scrolling through all of them, she'll have like 10 of them posted. She's just so fast. It's crazy. So I like using that. I don't know.
Cat McDonald, I'm going to ask for crafting money for Christmas. I need more patterns, brushes, and paints.
So all you have to do is just take that Uniball Signo, and this is where you can put all of those little scribbly design things in that's going to give that bird lots of texture and lots of interest. Don't be afraid to use the pen instead of the brush. If it works for you, it's not cheating.
Have you done the bird feet yet?
The bird feet don't get much. I'm doing them right now. They essentially got base coated with asphaltum, and that's about it. And then I just sort of give them a little extra detail with the pen. But aside from that, no, they don't get much because you don't see them. In and amongst all of this stuff, you don't see them. So I don't worry about it. And the same with all of these little details down here. Just take that pen. If you want to define them a bit more, just take your pen and put that little scribbly line around them. The highlighting and everything is there. They look fine.
Are you gifting any gift certificates today?
No, I'm not. We have so much stuff to give away. Not today. But I think for next Saturday, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got a few little details in the birds. I put a few little scribbly feathers and whatnot in. I like that.
The pen won't smear as long as you use a matte finish before you varnish.
Yeah. I usually put a matte spray over top of everything just to make sure. Because I use so many different media, it's just safer this way. So our cardinal is done. Now we got to finish up a few little odds and sods in here. I'm going to thin out a little bit of matcha green. Matcha green, olive green, whatever you have.
Matcha green.
Just need a light lime color, for lack of a better term. And I'm going to just stroke a little highlight on one side of these with the liner brush, just to make these leaves pop a little.
What's this one?
And while I'm doing that, Renee's going to draw another name.
Oh, I already got another name.
Oh, do you? You're just trying to figure out what they're getting?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one is all from Decor.
Let's see. Does it feel heavy? Ah, I know what that is. That's Galaxy Glitter.
Galaxy Glitter.
Yeah. And I think there's some brushes in there too.
Ooh, some brushes, some glitter. And she actually had a question earlier.
Okay.
And that was Miss Pam Stover.
Hi, Pam.
She was asking about beginner stuff.
Yep.
So let me put your name on this package.
So Pam Stover, you've got a goodie bag, little goodie pouch, I guess. Mail pack, envelope. Good grief. So I'm just stroking in a little bit of matcha green on one edge of these leaves, just to pop them a little bit. Nothing major. And I'm on the shadow side of it. Just like the texture of it.
What was this? Pat Manuel?
Pat Manuel.
Did you say you were adding neons to the cardinal?
I'm going to, yep. I'm going to put a little bit of neon in. I like the neons. I am a big fan of the neons, and I can't find my neon red. There it is. I looked for it a minute ago, couldn't find it. So I've got some neon red. I love this, the fiery red. And I'm going to grab my angled shader. And I want to punch up this cardinal just a scooch. So I'm going to pull a little bit of that neon red into that gorgeous red on this bird.
Ooh, what's this?
I love a punch of that neon.
This is from Sheila.
Oh, that's an awesome.
Who gets it? Who gets the Sheila gift?
Sheila Landry has
Becky Hammond.
given us a
Hammond.
gorgeous set of ornaments and the pattern packet to paint them. They're beautiful.
Becky Hammond? Becky.
Becky Hammond. Oh, Rebecca Haman.
Is it?
Yep. So I've got a little punch of that. I love that the neon just like, this cardinal turns into like flying flames. Love it. So I'm going to dry this. These neon reds just make everything jump. I love it. Just adds a little extra heat, especially reds and greens. Love it. So now comes some fun stuff. I love this part.
Do you?
I do.
Do you?
Me and snowflakes.
Oh. Oh, is there glitter in this one?
There is.
No.
Brace your beard, baby.
Brace my beard.
So I'm going to add some snowflakes to this piece. I don't want them to be fully opaque.
Am I safe yet?
No, you are never safe.
How about now?
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
Nope. It's glitter.
Oh, right.
You know, 3 people in a building of 500 are playing with glitter. How many people have glitter on them?
Everyone.
503. That's So I'm picking up a little bit of warm white, and my brush is not quite dry, but pretty close. And I'm going to work in a circular fashion.
Sound. Oh, you're not watching live.
Choop. And we're just going to start adding some snowflakes randomly across this piece.
Glitter phobia, Renee? I hate glitter.
He hates glitter.
Brace your beard.
So I'm just randomly selecting a spot to put snowflakes because I like snowflakes. I love snowflakes. And I love that this stencil, which one is this? This is 54, M254. 54? Yes. I love the snowflakes in this one. It's so pretty. So the idea being, I want to give the impression that it is snowing around this cardinal. I don't want them fully opaque, obviously. So I'm going to, let's see. I love these. This is such a pretty one because it's also got these itty bitty little snowflakes, which is nice because you can tuck those everywhere.
Yes, Janet, we sell the stencil. This is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that is designed by her.
Yeah.
That is her stencil.
Me and Sandy worked on these.
Yeah. So you can either get them at.
Sandy Material Designs or at tracymoreau.net.
Yeah. Renee, do you see my post? Yes. I do see your post.
So I'm going to trace and transfer my lettering on here. And this is something that I did to this pattern that I have decided I'm going to continue to do. I was putting like Merry Christmas in things. And then I had a lovely email from a very sweet lady in the US who has family in Quebec. And she said it would be so nice if I could get the lettering for that piece in French because she was painting the pieces to send to her family in Quebec. So I sent it, translated it and sent it to her, no big deal. And then I got thinking about it. It's like, there's a lot of people out there that would like to have things in different languages. So in this one, I have it in 3 languages. I did Merry Christmas, Joyeux Noël, and Feliz Navidad. So I just think that that's sort of a nice twist to add to a pattern to give people the option to put in different languages. So with that in mind, I'm going to do Feliz Navidad. I've done Merry Christmas, I've done Joyeux Noël, so I'm going to do Feliz Navidad today. Because I can. And it's my show. I can do whatever I want.
When is the plaid stencil coming?
We're waiting on that one. I haven't heard back yet. But yes, we do have a really nice plaid stencil coming. So it'll be easy to create plaids. So, Feliz Navidad. So I'm going to eyeball this. Shame on me.
Eyeball?
Eyeball. I think this will work. So I've placed Feliz Navidad right there. Oh my God. Apparently I don't know how tape works anymore. There we go. So I'm going to tape that in place. And I'm going to dig out my graphite paper. You can find one that isn't worn through. Oh my stars. I think this one's seen a bit of use.
Yes, you can do whatever you want, Tracy. You're the best. Thank you for the choice of languages.
This is just, I don't know. One of those things that kind of hit me that, wouldn't it? It's not a difficult thing to do. So, I know.
Yes, Nancy, I can see your posts.
So I'm just using my Uniball and some graphite paper to trace this lettering on. I should switch to my red one so I can see where I've been.
And click.
Uh-oh, here he goes again.
I'm still on these little ones.
Oh.
Another Dynasty brush set.
Yeah, there's a few of those in there.
Yeah. Another Dynasty brush set. What's this one? Who's it gonna do?
Sometimes I think he enjoys his job a bit too much.
Susan Haley.
Susan Haley, you've got a set of brushes coming your way, dear. If you haven't already, click on the little speech bubble in the lower right-hand corner of my website and leave us a message with your shipping information, and we will get that out to you.
Start using tape because that sticky pad's useless.
So I'm just using a red Uniball to trace this. The reason I use the red one is just simply so I can see where I've been. And it lets me know whether or not I've missed anything. Because, that always happens. Be tracing something, particularly lettering, and suddenly realize that I've missed half the A and a quarter of the B. And so having that red Uniball, being able to see where I've been makes a big difference. And then we're going to paint this lettering in just with some warm white. We might do a little bit of shading at the base of the lettering. Now I just want to check to make sure, and I can't see any of it. None of it.
This one's open.
Uh-oh, why is it open?
I don't know. Ooh.
What's in it?
Ah.
I'm gonna get a different piece of graphite. This one is toast. Oh,
Clear shaker.
there's shaker. So that stuff is from Stampendous.
Yeah. Oh,
Painting with Deb.
Merry Christmas stamps.
That's from Painting
Oh,
with
we got-
Deb.
We got a surface. Whoa. Painter die. Wow. It's a cupcake.
It is a cupcake. There's some nice surfaces going out.
Oh, they got some brushes in here too. We got oh, faux squirrel.
Yeah.
We have looks like a fountain.
Let me see. Oh, that is
Fountain
called a reservoir liner.
Reservoir liner. That's. And it looks like
That's a striper.
scalpel.
It's a striper.
Striper. Looks like a scalpel.
Let's try this again. My graphite paper did not
Oh, no.
work.
Oh no, the little safety cap came off the brush.
Uh-oh. I'm going to check to make sure that transferred. Yes, it did. Good. Good grief. I got it all traced and realized that the graphite paper just wasn't cutting it, so. Had to do it again.
I don't need a package. You know why?
Why?
I get food. It's my favorite part of the holiday.
You will notice when he did the little intro thing about everything, hope you have lots of good food, good company. You know,
Good food and good company makes for a good holiday.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Food and good people.
Yep. Well, I think we have an abundance of those with us today.
So that is going to.
It's like a little kid sitting under the Christmas tree shaking all these packages.
Well, that one was open.
Okay. Don't know why. Karen Ballard.
Yay.
Karen Ballard, you've got a goodie coming to you. Be a dear. Send us your shipping information. And you can do that by going to the front page of the website. Just click on the little speech bubble, send us a quick message with your shipping info, and we'll get your goodies out to you. Okay, let's see if that worked. Yes, it worked. I shouldn't be surprised by that, but somehow I am. So, Feliz Navidad. We're going to switch to a number 2 rigger and some thinned warm white. And then I'm going to show you how to create these really fun snowflakes, to work with these snowflakes from Southern Ridge Trading. I love these snowflakes. Kind of obsessed.
Renee is a good Santa.
So far he's doing really well.
Almost done.
Not quite.
Almost done.
Almost? What's almost?
8.
We get 8? 9. Still
9.
have one of those to go. So I have loaded number 2 rigger with some thinned warm white. And it's this easy to work with. You're going to press down until that brush fills the space, and then come back up onto the chisel edge of the brush and release. Press down, chisel edge, release.
Yes, I'm like a dog. I live in the moment. And I love the moment. The moment is good. As long as the moment is good. That's one that you're providing different languages.
Well, when I can, Spanish is not a language that I am familiar with. I will be honest. So I had to go looking.
Somebody asked Karen how they get on the ginger snap cookie mailing list.
Oh, her ginger snaps are just freaking delicious.
They're awesome.
Oh, I have her recipe, but mine just
Don't come out like her.
I don't know. I think she's slipping something into them, to be honest.
You think it's something illicit?
No,
No?
it's Karen.
Doesn't change the fact that it could be something illicit.
No. Karen has been
Karen.
Karen has been a dear friend for more than 30 years. So
She wouldn't put anything in there without
No.
telling you.
that's true. Not her cup of tea.
Right. Friends, family, and love are all you need.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fact.
Do you load your rigger like a float Or a round brush.
I load it
Or flat.
I load it up like a round. I make sure that brush is full, that it's got paint in it. You can't paint unless there's paint in it.
Are you using a medium?
As usual, I'm either using water or a little bit of Joe Sonia's Fast Dry Glaze. Those are my go-tos.
The rigger is truly the magic brush.
You know, it's such an easy brush to work with. It makes lettering a whole lot easier.
No, we don't have any riggers left in stock.
Nope, but Miss Sandy does, I believe.
Yeah. Go over to
Go check out Miss Sandy's. I know the brush guys are out of stock because
they're the brush guys.
we were talking about that the other day. I had put up a post and they had just gotten their shipment in, and the next morning they were out of everything. So I'm just using the chisel edge of that brush now. You just tap it flat, and then I use the chisel edge to do all of those connecting lines, all of those little details. And look at how easy that comes together.
Who gets this one? Dynasty Brush, CD Wood, Painting with Deb, and SRT.
Southern Ridge Trading.
Yeah. Got all sorts of goodies in that one.
Well, I was trying to figure out how to divvy up all of this stuff. And so I decided the easiest way was just to go based on dollar value. And for the most part, they average anywhere from $25 to $50.
Okay.
Like I said, it was just, otherwise these boxes were going to weigh a ton. So Jan Who.
That's the thing.
Yeah, it came up as Jan.
Jan. Jan. Jan. And I think I've seen her in the chat before.
Okay.
Actually, I'm pretty sure she's a member.
Yes, it seems to me.
We run into this issue before.
Yep.
On a previous live.
So.
This Jan.
Oops.
With your YouTube name being
Jan.
3 letters. How you manage that, I don't know. Unless it's Jan space.
What?
For some reason, YouTube allows space
Yeah.
to count as a character. Sure.
Okay, so I've got my lettering based in. I'm going to dry that real quick. It doesn't have to be fully opaque. Just like everything else in this piece, it does not have to be.
Jan is my other name.
Doesn't have to be fully opaque. So we're going to put in a little shadow next. And I'm going to do that I'm going to use the 3/8 angle again.
Ah, there she is. Jan. I can't believe I won. Oh, she is a member.
Yeah.
Yeah. I never win. Well,
You did today.
you did today.
So ordinarily I will do this part before I do the lettering, but I was just not thinking. So I'm just putting a little float of asphaltum on the right side of each letter. And all this is going to do is just lift that lettering off the surface a little bit. Comme ça. And just gives it a little bit dimension, a little more dimension, so it doesn't look flat or disappear into the background.
Ah, yes. Miss Mimi L.
Mimi?
Mimi. My. Mimil.
Yep. So Mimi L. Don't forget to send us your shipping information, my dear. You have a goodie coming to you. So if your name is called for a prize, just go to my website, click on the little speech bubble in the lower right-hand corner, and then just send us a quick message with your shipping information so that we can get your goodie out to you. We usually hang on to them for about 2 weeks, and if we don't have any shipping information, they just go back into the pile
Of goodies to be
of
given
goodies
away.
to be given away. So, so there, I've got a nice little shadow around my lettering. I'm gonna grab a little bit of Bahama Blue because I love Bahama Blue. I think next to asphaltum, it's my favorite color.
Oh, dear. What's with the notifications today?
So I've got a little bit of Bahama Blue. And I'm going to use that same 3/8. We're going to put a little float of that Bahama Blue at the bottom of the letters.
That's like the fourth Susan to win.
Look at Susan Haley.
Yes.
Then make sure my lettering is dry.
Susan Haley. You get a Dynasty brush set.
Nice. So I'm just going to float a little bit of Bahama Blue at the base of the letter, just like so. It's not a super strong float, it's just weak. It's just enough to give these letters a little bit of shape. That's all it is. And it helps them stand out. Brings in a little of that cool to the lettering. Comme ça. And I just realized there's these little hearts on there. I'm going to put a little float of it there too.
Well, it was bound to happen sooner or later, Lucy.
Lucy Demont.
Bound to happen sooner or later.
Lucy Demont, you've got one too. He's got a set of brushes going out to you.
Deb, did I win yet?
Okay, the next one,
Yep.
Sandy is going to ship. So it's a,
What?
yeah, she's got a nice little prize pack.
Sandy's got a prize pack.
She's got a nice little prize pack for the next
Okay.
one. So Miss Sandy, jot this name down. Renee's going to spin right now.
You got a bunch of names in there. Sandy's got a prize pack for... Tick, 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 tick.
Jenny Mullins.
Jenny Mullins.
So Jenny, you can send me your shipping information if you like, and I can make sure that Miss Sandy gets it so that she can send you off your goodies. So our cardinal is dry, our lettering is dry. I want to tuck a couple more little stenciled snowflakes in just because I wanna.
There you go. I put it in the YouTube chat there, Sandy.
Okay. So I want to tuck a couple of just these little tiny snowflakes because I'm kind of liking them. Rather a lot, actually. So I want to tuck a little snowflake in. There we go. That's better. I don't know, was a little wanting. So now we're going to talk about these.
What are these?
Can you reach into that? I think it's the bottom one with the chipboard, and
Okay, what am I getting?
some of the Southern Ridge Trading snowflakes.
Southern Ridge Trading snowflakes.
Yep, the chipboard snowflakes.
Ah, there they are.
So I am just obsessed with these, like obsessed with these.
There you go.
These are extremely intricate, absolutely beautiful snowflakes. They're just gorgeous. And they're all cut with laser out of this this wonderful chipboard. They're super easy to paint. You don't even have to take them, well, in fact, it's easier if you don't take them out of the package, like out of this framework, and just paint them as they are. So I want to show you a real quick trick on how to do that, because this is like brain dead simple. And it works like a hot damn. So I have a couple of different sizes. In this one, I've got these little tiny ones. The ones I'm using are these ones. These are a 3/4 inch. And I'm going to use one of these. This is a little sponge dabber. Dauber.
Dabber.
And I'm going to load that up. I leave them in the frame. And then I just dab the paint on with a sponge, cosmetic sponge, or a sponge dauber. Whatever you want to do. And I just dab it on. This is just a little bit of warm white.
This is the mop. There's got a little gift in there. Susan Haley, Pam Stover, Heidi Allison, Cindy Jensen, Melda Sanders, Jody Schmidt, Janine Schmidt, or Janine Osborne.
Janine Osborne. He knows there's another Schmidt in there.
Julie Speaks. She's got a gift in there now. Miss Paula Ranzo. Paula McCoy. I'm gonna nickname you Bones.
Yeah.
Mr. Edward Hensley. Kathy Hunda, which I believe I have that in there wrong. I think it's Kathy Gunther.
No, it's
No?
Kathy Hunter.
Hunter?
Kathy's in Ontario. Mind you, it's winter. She's probably in Florida by now.
Okay. I thought they had the wrong one in there.
Nope.
Susan Malone. Sandra Schmidt.
Sandra Schmidt.
And Miss most recent winner is Bev Olson.
Bev Olson. He's been busy, ladies. So I've got these covered in warm white. And then you've got a couple of options. You can dab these with a little bit of matte medium and then sprinkle them with glamour dust. But I thought, wouldn't it be fun to try this? This is Clear Ice Comet from the Galaxy Glitters.
Oh, can you put the glitter on the snowflake while the paint is still wet?
Yes, you can. So I've got a little Galaxy Glitter on my palette. And I'm going to grab my...
Each one takes 2 hours to cut.
Yeah, each sheet. They take a long time to cut because they're so delicate and they're so intricate. When they do a sheet, it takes 2 hours. So I have sponge dauber, and I'm just going to tap on a little bit of that Galaxy Glitter. Easy peasy. Look at that. So simple. So, and that's all you have to do. And then now you've got nice sparkly snowflakes. So once those are dry.
Are Rigger's watercolor brushes?
The faux squirrel is actually originally designed for a watercolor brush, as a watercolor brush, but they work for oils, acrylics, watercolor, all sorts of media. So I'm going to quickly dry these.
Ooh, what's this one? What's this one? Decor.
Stencils.
Ooh, decor stencils. Who gets those? Who gets decor stencils?
So now I'm going to take a little bit of matte medium and my favorite scissors. And all you need is a good pair of sharp scissors to cut these out. So, and these come out so nice. So I'm going to cut out 3 really pretty ones.
I may have missed a few names in there. I was putting them in the box. I didn't read them all.
Yeah, there's quite a few. So it's just so much easier to paint these while they're still in that frame.
Peggy Anderson.
Peggy Anderson is winner. So there we have. So I've got 5 very sparkly snowflakes. And I'm going to set those to the side for a second because we're going to take that that fabulous fugly brush of mine.
Fabulous.
Fabulous. And I'm going to load it up with some thinned warm white. And I'm going to use my method to do this because if I use Sandy's method, I'm going to have paint everywhere. Sandy can control that like nobody's business, but me, no. It gets, if I do that tap method, it's going to look like a whitewash, this thing. So I'm going to spatter this with a little bit of thinned warm white, and I'm going to be fairly generous. I want this to look like it's snowing. Just like that. I'm going to spatter over top of everything with some thinned warm white.
Cynthia Hughes.
Cynthia Hughes.
Ooh.
And what's that one?
This one is from Decor Galaxy. I'm guessing it's their
Galaxy Glitters.
More Galaxy Glitters and Dynasty Brush.
Yep. So there's some goodies from Dynasty.
Ooh.
So I'm going to dry this real quick. You can do as much or as little of this as you want. I like lots, but that's just me. I like lots. So I'm going to dry that, and then our last step for this is to put these snowflakes on, and I'm going to do that with a little bit of matte medium. I'm going to grab my angled brush, and I'm going to put a snowflake here. See, I'm just putting a daub of this matte medium on there, and I want one down here, and I want one over here. And then I think I might put one, where do I want one over? Let's do one here. You know, anything worth doing is worth overdoing.
Miss Robin Storm.
Nice. Congratulations, Robin. So I'm going to lay one in there and one there. These are just fun. And I'll put that one there. Like I said, anything worth doing is worth overdoing. So you can pick and choose how many you want to put on. I put 3 on the first one, but I don't know. These are just fun. Maybe I'll switch one of these out for a smaller one. Because, I did glitterify some small ones. So I'm going to cut a couple of those out. So I'll just put one of the small ones in. Oh yeah, I love that. So I'll take that bigger one out.
And I already did the drummer for the big piece.
Did you?
Yeah, she ended up winning twice today.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice.
So, I kind of kept it hush-hush.
Oh, nice. Okay, so we have a winner today.
Save that to the end.
Okay.
Save that to the end. That's a big surprise.
That's a big surprise. She'll be pleased with that.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
She got 2 prizes today, and I didn't expect that.
So once you glue those on, just let that matte medium dry, and then you can take it out to the garage and give it a light coat of matte spray, and it will be ready to hang. This is, it takes a while to paint this one, obviously, because it probably took us a couple of hours at least. Yes?
What's that?
This piece.
You're going on 2 hours, 51 minutes.
Oh, then it didn't take as long as I thought it did.
Robin Storm, what did you win? You won some Dynasty brushes and some Galaxy glitter.
Yep.
From Decor.
So, just to reiterate, these snowflakes are, I love these. They're just so elegant, so pretty, and they're super lightweight, and they add just, I don't know, just something special to this piece. So that is it. That is our Christmas cardinal.
There we go. Switching. There we go.
Oh, this was fun. We had so much fun getting all of this stuff ready. Oh my gosh. There's so much of it. And just incredible. This was fun. So I got to thank you guys for coming out every Saturday. You've made all of this possible. So just by virtue of coming and watching every week, and we love having you here. I love creating something new every week for you guys because this is oversaturated. Wow.
It's a lot of red.
Yeah, it is a lot of red.
There we go.
Are we on again?
There we go.
Okay,
We're
so I have
back.
no idea where I left you guys, but JL Brewer, you've got a spinner rack, courtesy of Michaels, and some Dynasty brushes, something from Prima Marketing, from Southern Ridge Trading, and from myself. These will all be going out to you. I'll hand that to you. You can throw it in the box.
Yeah. So,
And-
yeah, JL Brewer got a double win today.
JL got a double win today, which doesn't happen very often,
And she got one of the spinner racks.
and one of the spinner racks to hold her paint. You'll need it. We're a tad obsessive when it comes to painting.
Yeah, you're getting a bunch of stuff.
So I'm tickled pink that you guys came today. I have no idea how many people were here today. Renee could probably tell me that at some point.
What's that?
How many people did we have today?
I think you topped out at 100 or 240.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not bad.
Wait. Oh, so what?
What?
I did not notice that.
What?
Claudia Sepulveda sent you $10 on YouTube.
Oh, my goodness.
Why'd you do that?
Why'd you do that?
Didn't even notice that.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Claudia, thank you. That was sweet. That was very sweet. I think we should draw for this piece. What do you think?
I said we give it to Claudia. She paid for it.
Well, you know what? Okay, Claudia, this is yours, my dear. We're going to pack this up for you and ship this off to you. Thank you so much. That was very sweet of you, but that was very funny. So we have somebody that has won the original from today, so we will get that out to Claudia Sepulveda. I'm praying I'm saying that right. And if I'm not, I apologize. There
Yeah. was people just wondering what the $10 was for, and I was.
Oh my goodness, it's I guess a gift or a donation. I don't know, but
It came up as a YouTube donation.
okay.
I think.
Appreciate it nonetheless.
Oh. What is this?
What?
We missed a 7-month. I'm so grateful for these classes and for all your wonderful hints that we are all privy to. Can't think of a better way to spend a Saturday morning. God bless.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you. Who said that? I can't see that.
Was Lucinda
Aranda?
Aranda, yeah.
Lucinda, thank you, sweetheart. That is very sweet. I appreciate that very much. I love getting these little notes. I get the cutest little. I got a
I don't
wonderful
get these
card.
notifications on our softwares, and I have the stream chat from both
Oh,
Facebook
okay.
and YouTube here.
So you don't know where it's coming from.
So when I see somebody saying, "Hey, what was that?"
Yeah, that's very cool. There's a lot of things on YouTube that we're just starting to learn about. So.
Yeah. There's a little money button under the chat, and you can donate. What?
Oh, cool.
There shouldn't be. Yeah. Huh.
Oh.
No sound.
Okay. Again?
What? No, sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
We have good. Okay. Good.
I don't understand why most of us not show up as 7 months members.
Because it's only 6 months?
Because it is down to the hour.
Yeah, it's down to the hour with YouTube. It's really strange. So it might not show right now, but in 2 hours or whatever it should. It's really, it's strange. Anyway, while we're talking about the membership, we've got a wonderful little gift. I think it's a wonderful little gift to our members. Can you reach in the drawer, please?
This drawer?
Yes, and
This
get me
drawer.
one of the member gifts, please.
Yes.
All of our 6-month members, right now,
Let me adjust the camera so they
Okay.
can see that better.
all of our 6-month members are they're going to start popping up in the mail very shortly. Of course, that depends entirely on how quick the mail service is. But just as a little thank you from me to you, we did a little pin specifically for our 6-month members, and it is a little artist's palette. I don't know if you can see that clearly, but it's a little one. It's just a little token of my thanks. He's going to. So it's a little artist palette, little token. It is for 6 months members. So as you hit that 6-month mark, one of these will be mailed out to you with my thank you. It's just a little gentle reminder to do something creative every day. So members, these will be showing up in your mailbox.
Ignore the typo on the pens. I don't know if it was that one pen or is it all of them?
I think it was all of them.
Yeah, it's all of them.
Anyway, but these will be going out. So as you hit that 6-month membership, one of these will pop up in the mail for you. Just a little thank you. You'll also notice that your little paintbrush changes color too as you go. So just a little something from us to you. So that is just one of the little things we've done for our members. Members, I also posted a new, there is a freebie up on the paid membership download section on my website. For non-members, there's a whole bunch of new stuff in the free download section on the website for the holiday season. There's tons of new freebies up in there.
Did we lose sound again?
Again?
No.
No? Okay. So there's a bunch of new free downloads in the free download section, which means you got to go into the shop, hit the shop button, go to the menu on the left side of the page and scroll down. You'll find it. It's on there. So there's a bunch of free patterns in there for everybody. We do have some kits available for one of the newest ones that went up. I don't know where they are. Oh, there they are. We have these kits available on the website.
Joy.
This is called the Wintry Joy Tag, and it's a complete kit. So it has the stamp, the stencils, the surfaces, even the little banner that goes on it is in that kit, plus the pattern. So it's all the supplies that you need. Those are on the website. The pattern is free. You can download that off in the free download section on the website. We have all of the snowflakes in. We have brushes, not brushes. Brushes aren't in yet. All of the surfaces are in. The tags are in. The bobs are in. The giant tags are in. So all of the surfaces are in. And Monday, be a brand new pattern up for next Saturday's class, and we are painting lilies.
Oh.
So, yes.
What are the members painting at the end of this month?
Oh, they're painting one of my favorite pieces.
Has their pattern been released?
Yes, their pattern is up. They've had the ability to download it. My membership group this is your free pattern this month. I love this piece.
That's one of the first pieces you've ever taught, isn't it?
I've never taught this one.
Oh.
I've never taught this one. This is one of the first pieces I had published. So
Oh, your hair is blue.
it is blue. So we need to adjust the color in here. Holy hell. So that's my members' free pattern this month, is that one. And we haven't completely decided on the date for that class, but we will.
Yeah. With the holidays and everything, there's going to be some...
There's going to be a little confusion. That's okay. We'll sort it all out. And what else? What else? What else? Anything else?
What about the stencil for the paid class?
Yes, those are in stock now too.
Yes. Where did you get that frame?
This one is, it used to come from Artist Club. I've rewritten and redesigned the pattern so we could paint it onto a canvas instead, because that surface is no longer available. If you want the measurements for that so that you can have it made, I'll be happy to give it to you. Just send me a message.
Are you still live? I just got home from craft fair.
We are still live.
Oh, Jessica missed the whole thing.
Oh no. Oh my goodness. So she didn't hear.
Didn't know.
Oh my goodness.
She didn't know.
Jessica. Okay, so now I have to do that again and I'm going to leak again.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to reiterate this just because Jessica just got here. Jessica, mwah, I love you, my dear. I had said earlier that there's a lot of people that make this happen. A lot of people that make this happen. My family, my friends, companies, manufacturers. There's a lot of people that help me make this happen every week. And that is no small thing. But there are a few people that have nothing whatsoever to do with this other than the sheer pleasure of being involved in the painting community. And there's two in particular that have been extraordinary. They are supportive of other members, of other painters. They share things. They support each other. They support other painters. They give help whenever needed. And they do it without being asked. They do it without being required to. And so I thought that those two people needed to be recognized. See? And those two people needed to be recognized for the contribution that they make, not just to my life, but to our painting community as a whole. And I absolutely believe this with all of my heart. Linda Safranco and Jessica Killeran are two very special people, and they needed to be recognized. So Jessica, because you weren't here earlier, you have a parcel coming, my dear, with my thanks, with Renee's thanks, and with appreciation for everything that you do for us. So, mwah, love you, and I hope you enjoy everything that's in it.
It's a bunch of goodies.
It's a bunch of goodies. And now I have to, excuse me, I'm leaking again.
And camera over here. Hi, well, she's fixing your makeup.
I don't have any makeup on.
Oh,
This is why I don't have makeup on.
There we go.
Because I leak. Oh, don't watch that when it spins like that. Whoa.
What?
With the camera, I looked down just... Not a good thing. So I think we've covered just about everything, guys. I hope you had fun today. I certainly did. It was great fun watching Renee shake all those packages. He's like a 4-year-old under a Christmas tree.
Oh, you got tears of happiness, from Jessica.
So, thank you. I hate to cry alone.
Taking you down with me.
I'm taking you down with me. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I hope you have a spectacular Christmas, that you have your family around you like I do, and that you want a need for nothing this year. Yes. It's been a tough couple of years in more ways than one. And I think we're still going to have a little time before things get easy again. So please stay safe, and love you. Have a Merry Christmas.